everyone and welcome to Vlogmas Day 13. We wanted to have a line and we didn't get as much of a line as we had hoped because Buddy decided to wake up and start just crying, running around. I think she was just excited and wanted her breakfast. So our line was kind of short-lived, but I put the holiday on. I've wanted to watch the holiday for ages, so I put it on while we were in bed and started watching it, and then have just put it on downstairs while we were doing stuff this morning. I've just finished it, which was really nice. It made me really sad. I did have a little cry, but I'm just so glad I've watched it. And then I kind of had this realization that because everything else has been on our minds, I forgot all my Christmas mugs, all of this other stuff. So I've just taken out and washed up and cleaned all of my Christmas mugs. I've just made a matcha because I was like, why am I so tired? I think everything's catching up with us. I genuinely feel hungover, but it's been so nice to have a slow morning and a slow day and kind of catch up with ourselves a little bit. We both do have quite a lot of work to do. So like we said, we've got people coming around. We're going out for dinner tonight. Toby's doing work now, and I think tomorrow we're just going to have like a full work day. At some point we need to pop into the city because we've got to take Toby's suit back. It's really annoying when you hire from Moss that no matter what the occasion, you have to take the suit back like the day after the thing. So like not yesterday, but today. And it's super annoying. So I was like, what if you're getting married in another country, or it is an event like a funeral or something where you can't like get there, or you don't want to get there. But anyway, we've got to do that at some point. But I just picked up my camera because I just had delivery of Buddy's food. They've also sent this air dry clay. So I'm going to go and squeeze her little paw into this now, which I'm really excited about. I just need your paw, is that okay? I know you're sleeping, but I've opened it and it's going to start drying. So look at this. Why have you taken your paw away? Can I have your paw? I know, I'll get a treat. Think you could come here and have this for me? Good girl. And then could I just, yeah, look, I just need your paw. Just for 1 second. Look, do you remember when we did this before and you really liked it? We're going to put your paw down. Put your paw down. Oh, Buddy, well done. That was good. Was it good? I think it was good. Yeah. Oh my God, adorable. I'm going to go show Toby. I had an early Christmas present last night. Couldn't believe it. I said to Toby, I'm going to open a present. And he was like, okay. And he was like, what one do you want? And I was like, I want this one, because I knew what it was. I could tell from the packaging. And he was like, you know what it is, so just have it. And so I did. What's going on? Stay there. So I feel a bit naughty, but I was also really excited. And he was like, fuck it, we need a present, just have it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Literally so excited. I can't believe this. Well, I can, I asked for it, but I'm just so excited. I've wanted to try Vieve makeup for like 4 years. I don't know why I haven't. I feel like every time they have a new release or all of the pop-ups and stuff, obviously most of the pop-ups have been, or all of them actually have been up north in Scotland, so haven't been able to go. And every time there's something I'm like, I really want to try it, I really want to try it. But I'm really annoyingly loyal to makeup brands, and so never really branch out. And I was like, do you know what, I'm going to ask for something for Christmas, because then I can just like try like a little like tester kit of things. And I think I asked for a similar thing last year and didn't get it, so just kind of forgot about it. But this year I was like, I really want to try it. So I got this little Vieve set. I don't know what it's called or which one it was, but Toby said that he could only get it directly from Vieve. They didn't have it on Cult or anything. He was super impressed because it comes in this like bag. I have one of these from Space NK that I have as my makeup bag. This one's a little bit smaller, but you can have it. You've already like had them all. That's why they're coming out the bottom, but you can have those last two. Yeah, so it comes in this like little travel pouch makeup bag thing, which I think is just so great because I love these. I really like these clear ones as well, so you can like see everything that's in there. And sometimes when I go away, say if it's like I mean, I'm using this year as an example, which is a bit extreme, but I had like my hen, and then I had my legal wedding and my big wedding. So there was quite a few times where I had my makeup bag, and then I wanted a few extras, like a few different lip colour options, some extra like bronzer, primers, some lashes, things like that. That's my magazine. Are you trying to open it? Have I come and totally killed your vibe? I'm so sorry. You were just chilling and I've come to ruin it. Also, when I sit here, the stools are really squeaky, and I didn't really realise until I was editing how much you can hear that. But anyway, so one of the products I really, really wanted to try was the Vieve mascara. I really struggle with mascara. I use the Gucci mascara most of the time, but even then, I still kind of need it to go a bit dried out to get thick enough to be the consistency that I like. And I'm very particular about the brush that I use and the consistency of the mascara, but I have heard nothing but amazing things about this mascara, so I was super excited to try it. It's got a much bigger kind of brush than I tend to use. The Gucci one's quite thin, so it's very like big, but I really like the tip because I do is this working? I do like to kind of brush it on and then like go in with the tip. Why does my hand look so blue in this light? It does not look like that in real life, I promise. I look really bruised then. Ew, what's happening there too? That's horrible. Anyway, it's not the kind of brush that I normally use, but I used it this morning. I love it. Also, it's so tactile and nice. I love like when I was saying the other day about the hand fidget things, I'm a very like tactile person. I think of the feeling of things I really notice, and this, oh, I just love it so much. It's so beautiful. And then it also came with Skin Nova, which again have wanted to try forever. And quite often, because I just work from home, I'm at home during the week, there are always at least one day a week where I don't wear makeup, or maybe a couple of days, or sometimes it might be like 3 or 4 days in a row, and then I'll wear makeup every day the next week. But there's always a time where I kind of don't wear anything. And sometimes I reach for the Arborian Skin Hero that I mentioned the other day. But I really wanted something like Skin Nova that I can use as a primer, but also just use to like kind of brighten and glow a little bit when I don't have any other makeup on. Everything is looking very blue here. I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm really excited to try that. This kit came with just a free sample of the Super Skin Nova. So I think it's just a little bit thicker. And I used that today, and oh my God, I just love it when you get a product. It's like, I feel like I'm saying all the same things I said when I was talking about the Korean skincare. I just love when you use something and you can actually see results and actually see it working. That is so satisfying and makes me really happy. And as soon as I put the Super Skin Nova on, I was like, my skin is glowing. It really is. I also feel like it was slightly dark, so I feel like my face and my neck they're kind of like cousins right now rather than sisters. But as soon as I put it on, oh my God, the hydration. And I think where I tend to use a grippy primer, so I've been using the Maybelline Grippy Primer, which I love. That's so good for keeping your makeup on all day. It was actually really nice to have something so hydrating and like thick, where it was really like really hydrating and really like stayed on my skin. But yeah, I do know, especially like my forehead and like these areas, a lot of people prefer not to be too shiny. One of my friends has been desperately trying to mattify her skin. I think we're like polar opposites. She likes her face to be like matte, no oil, like completely flat. When she touches her face, she like doesn't want anything to come off, whereas I'm like, I want to be like glowing, shining, and we're so polar opposite that sometimes I look at myself and I think, do I go too far? But I don't have any highlight on. I don't actually wear highlight that often. I prefer the glowiness to come from like my skincare and my moisturizer. I'm going to caveat all of this with saying I'm trying to be like, look how good my skin looks whilst I have the biggest bags under my eyes and really swollen eyes, but that has nothing to do with my skincare and all to do with the things I've been eating and drinking, my lack of sleep, stress and crying. So forget the bags and look at the shiny hydration. I just I'm just shining, and I love that. Oh my God, it was so good. So I don't have the Super Skin Nova, but I have the Skin Nova, which I'm sure is going to be just as good. But literally even that sample, I'm going to have to go and order that because best thing ever. Also, so the 2 full-size products are the mascara and this Bounce Balm, which is the lip balm. And then the 2 minis are or travel size, I guess, is the Skin Nova and the Vieve Invisiveil, which again have been dying to try. And I haven't used a setting spray for a long time either. Setting sprays I can really like go with or go without, and because most of the time I'm just running errands, I'm at home, things I do on video calls, I never really feel the need to use a setting spray. But there's definitely occasions where I do want my makeup to last all day, and I'm gonna give that a little try. But this Bounce Balm, I used it last night and this morning. The applicator, whoa, oh my God. The applicator is really nice. It's quite wide. Do you see how like wide it is? So rather than kind of ending up having to use your fingers, you could just use this. It's just perfect. Vanilla, but like not too full of flavour, and it just feels nice and thick. And that again is something I love. I have in my handbag, and my go-to lip balm is the Westman Atelier. It's like a tinted lip balm, but it's quite thin. And I definitely noticed that since I've been using Laneige, I'm so used to a thicker formulation on my lips that the Westman Atelier one is just not really hitting the spot anymore. So I'm really excited to have this in my bag, because this is going to be amazing for when I'm out and about. My lips have really been so dry this year. And then Invisible, which I have not used, so let's give it a try. 16-hour wear, okay. Ah. Oh my God. Oh my God. This has unlocked memories. I love that. Okay, this is gonna sound the complete opposite to what you probably want a setting spray to smell like. But that has just made me think about Christmas when I was about 12, maybe 13, but I want to say 12. And I asked for the J.Lo perfume. Does anyone remember this? If I find a picture, I'm going to put it up, because it was like a curvy bottle and it had like a necklace around it with like J.Lo on it. And I got that for Christmas, and I felt so cool for having that. And that was like, I thought I was so cool. That's what this smells like. It smells exactly like that. It smells like the J.Lo perfume. Okay, great. So now I truly am Vieved to the max. I'm just going to have a little tidy up, a little bit of a hoover just to freshen things up, light all the candles, make everything really nice for when Kate and Ed come over later. And that's kind of all I really want to do aside from editing my video, which from the last couple of days. So I'm going to do that now as well. And hopefully in the next couple of hours I can get that done. And then lastly, Toby just appeared earlier with my latest Vogue that had got posted through the door this morning, and I'm always just so excited to see who's on the cover. The last cover was Millie Bobby Brown, and it was just amazing. This I think is so funny. I have seen this advert in like a few Vogues now. Like, what a random combination. And just like, they just look so awkward. It looks like an awkward picture someone's taken at like a party, not like an actual curated campaign. Do you know what this reminds me of? Sorry, I'm such an aesthetic person. Aesthetics really make a difference to me. And because Toby does like animation, motion graphics, design, things like that, there's things now that I notice that I wish I could unsee, but like line spacing, letter spacing, placement, fonts. But look at that font. That's so cool. And do you know what this reminds me of? Did anyone have the Spice World CD had a font just like this, but there's a Spice Girls book, and I remember just loving the font, and it wasn't quite as modern as this, but it's such a similar vein that really reminds me of it. Love, 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 love. It's Margot Robbie, by the way, and she looks so good. Oh my God, I love this. She looks so young. Oh, that's nice. See, this is what I need to do. Between Christmas and New Year, I need to go through. I've got a list of I've got journals that I've written throughout the year of notes of things. Like this year I've had a human design reading, an astrocartography reading. I had an astrology reading 4 years ago that gave me dates and timelines for things, and it ends this year. So I need to re-get that done. But I've written loads of stuff everywhere, and I wanted to like consolidate it all so I can get rid of all the old journals with just like random crap in them and have exactly what I need. And I also wanted to make a bit of a plan for my blog next year and have some ideas, and stuff like this is exactly what I mean. I'm not very good at curating my blog to be like a magazine. It's very much a blog. I just kind of like dump everything there. I mean, it takes a long time. It's not quite as simple as just like chucking out a bit of writing. But for the last 2 years as well, I've written 2 blog posts a month for a brand called Curated Beauty. And they kind of take priority sometimes, and have taken priority because they're for someone else. I put so much care and attention into those that sometimes my blog falls back a little bit. So I've got myself a nice schedule ready for 2026, and that aesthetic is exactly the kind of inspiration I need. So I like that a lot. I might even take a picture of that, because I'm going to have to sit and go through some of my magazines and get a bit of inspo, I think, on how I want to do things. And that has just reminded me. So I'm going to write a list of that, because I really do need to make sure that I do that, because that's like a fun thing. That's one of those things that kind of gets put on the back burner because it doesn't feel that important, but it actually is really important, and it's actually really fun, and I will really enjoy to sit and do that. All wedding things. Oh, I miss planning my wedding. I need to do a wedding video as well. In fact, I might actually post at the end of Vlogmas our wedding video, because we had a team of videographers. One thing that was very important to us getting married was having a team of videographers and a really good photographer. And we actually had 3 videographers, and so they had like drones, GoPros, loads of a few amazing cameras, and we had our photographer who was amazing, and they made us almost like a documentary feature film. Like there was a lot of like sit down elements. It was basically like an episode of reality TV, because they knew how much we love reality TV. And we had like a 15-minute video from them, but then we also made our own. So something that was also really important to us was having raw footage, and a lot of videographers and photographers don't let you have that. But these particular videographers weren't wedding videographers. They were someone who Toby had worked with on another job, and they were actually looking to get into wedding videography, and we were like, let's do it. Can we have the raw? And they said yes, and it was amazing. So we just took like a hard drive with us, and they uploaded as much as they could on the day, because obviously it's so much footage and such big files. But because we have all the raw footage, it means that we've been able to make our own versions as well. And so we've got like a little short version that we've made, and then the much longer version that they've made. And I do actually want to share them because they're really nice, and it's the kind of thing that I won't remember to watch, but if I stick it up on YouTube, maybe I will remember to watch it. Oh, what's this? Matcha. Oh, I think I've already tried that matcha. And what's funny is I'm pretty sure that's the one Toby got me for my birthday. I'll have to tell him it's in vogue, he'll be happy with that. Okay, but like even that, I just love the like visual. Sorry, no one else probably cares about this. It's probably really boring, but this is very pleasing to me. Okay. Cool. So we're just on our way into town, returning Toby's suit. I was just on the phone to my granddad, Pete. Hello. We're just returning Toby's suit. We've got a voucher for Lush, so we are going to go and get, I think, a shower gel. And I need to get my cellar water, which I can't forget. And I think that's it. We're on a bit of a time crunch, so we're rushing. It's so busy in town. We never have to come into town on the weekend, and so when we do, it's like shocking. That was absolutely hectic. We're walking home now. What did we get? We got a present for our neighbour's little boy. We wanted to get him a little cat toy, like a teddy, and the one we thought was absolutely massive. Toby insisted it was fine. Oh god. He's quite big.
Yeah, he's cool.
But he loves our cat, so I think he'll like that. Oh, cute, but maybe Jasper has to name him. I bet it'll be called Buddy.
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah. Got a massive York Nog shower gel, which I'm really excited about. I haven't had York Nog for a couple of years. I'm out of breath. It's embarrassing. And got a massive thing of my cellar water. And is that everything? Birthday card. So we did well. That was a very successful trip into town. We've just written the card for our neighbour, dropped the present over and some flowers for having Buddy the other day. We're just waiting for Kate and Ed to get here. I've just made a cup of tea in my Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal mug. I told Toby that I'd found all the Christmas mugs. Are you excited?
About the penguin.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to make you a drink earlier, but you'd had a coffee and I didn't know what to bring. Toby's just bought some Ribena because in the winter we love to have like a hot Ribena. It's just like, it reminds me of being like a kid. I used to drink hot Ribena and watch Most Haunted.
That's good.
The thing is, where we're going for dinner tonight, I get a really nice, it's either peach or pear salad, depending on the seasons. I think it's pear at the moment, over here. And, oh my god, the TV's having a right meltdown. Where are you going?
I thought you'd get it.
And on top of my salad, they put loads of veggie chips. We're back from dinner. I am so full. We had a really lovely time. And I ate so much. Did you have a nice evening?
I had a very nice evening.
Yeah, it was so nice. Just made a cup of tea, obviously. Are you sitting over that side? Yeah, we had such a lovely evening. It was really, really nice. Just saw, like we said, family friend, her son came round, and Went out for dinner at the Italian place down the road for us, which is always amazing. Right, okay, so we've got 2 puzzles to do this evening, which we are going to do. Oh, well, there's a poem on this one. Would you like me to read it to you?
What date are you on?
No.
What's
12 and 13.
Okay.
Because you did 2 yesterday. They're here. Drifting gently, soft and light, snowflakes twirl in quiet flight. No two match as they fall, tiny wonders, one and all. So I guess this puzzle is going to be a snowflake, which sounds hard. Are we going to try and do it without looking, or are we going to look?
Good, that would
God. Should we try and do one each? Shall I see what this one says? It's a joke. You ready?
No. Oh, I was going to say let me do it to you because you know.
What do elves listen to when they finish making toys?
Last Toymers.
No. Do you want to know? Rap music. Do you know what? Should I go put my pyjamas on before we do this? I want to get cosy. I'm wearing jeans and I'm too full to be wearing jeans. I'm going to go get my pyjamas. Toby 100% thought he was going to win this and has basically complained the entire time that mine's easier than his, which I don't think is true because you don't even know.
I mean, it's also not true what you're saying.
You thought you were going to boss it, so you challenged me and it backfired.